Hey everyone, and welcome back to the channel. My name is Vince, and today I'm going to be talking about why I believe that if you are a freelancer or a creative entrepreneur and you're trying to grow your business, you should be switching from charging lower ticket prices to high ticket bundles and just overall high ticket offers. So first of all, what do I define as low ticket and what do I define as high ticket in this case? Well, I consider anything low ticket that is like a one-off sale, maybe for anything under $500 for creative services. And in that case, you might be getting your clients from Upwork or Fiverr and, maybe charging like $200-300 for a video or, I don't know, $200 for a shoot, anything like that. I consider low ticket because it is rather low ticket, right? It makes sense. And for high ticket, I consider anything high ticket that is at least $1,000 a month, but that is like the bare minimum, but more so 3 to 5K package deals or even higher, right? So that is how I kind of defined low ticket and high ticket for this video. And now I want to go into the benefits and also the cons of selling high ticket prices instead of low ticket ones. So the number one benefit of working with high ticket prices is that you are going to be getting much better clients most of the time. So whenever you're charging low ticket, and if you are a freelancer or anything like that, you have probably experienced this in the past, the client is going to ask for a ton of changes. They are going to be all up in your business, trying to adjust every little thing to their liking and basically not let you take full creative control. They are not really going to trust you with whatever you're doing. But if you are charging high ticket, now you are immediately seen as the expert in that field, and that person probably actually prefers you to take over the whole project, and they're not going to bother you with a shit ton of small changes, and overall they are usually going to prefer not to even have to talk to you. You just have to take over the whole project, manage it yourself, and be independent, because that is the reason why they are paying that extra dollar, so that they don't have to spend all that time managing that freelancer. And instead of doing that, they can spend that time on actually growing their business and doing high value activities. So to sum everything up, you're probably going to actually have to make less of those annoying small little changes that don't really matter at the end of the day, and you're just overall going to have more control over your project because they trust you, because they paid a higher price for your service, and so they assume that you know how to do everything. So of course you need to make sure that you are actually really good at delivering the certain service that you are selling, and also how the whole thing works and how it can help them the most. But if you are good with those, then you're going to have a much better experience working for someone who pays a lot of money for you than if they just paid a little bit, because that person who pays a lot for a service values their time a lot more than the person who is only willing to pay a little bit of money for something like creative services. So naturally, it's going to be probably a more pleasant experience to work for someone like that who respects their time, because they will respect your time and they will trust you a lot more. The benefit number 2 is that it's actually not more work to deliver a high ticket service most of the time than a low ticket. And that kind of ties into my previous point exactly, because you will have to make less of those small annoying changes. You will be able to work more efficiently and don't have to make usually as many reviews. So therefore, it's probably going to end up being actually the same amount of time to deliver that work. And you would be surprised that a lot of people who are charging high ticket prices for their videography services or stuff like that are usually not even more qualified or much better at their craft than some freelancers on Upwork or Fiverr, or even some local filmmakers who charge way less for the work, but the quality is actually the same. So the difference usually doesn't really lie in the actual quality of the service and the end product. It's more around the infrastructure and the way you present your offer. So whenever someone buys something high ticket, they are buying an ease of use, and they are buying back their time, and they want to get the job done for the first time correctly. They don't want to spend much time like messing around. And that is exactly what you need to focus on if you are trying to sell high ticket. You need to focus on eating up the customer's complexity and just making everything as easy on their part as possible. So basically, if you put the right systems and processes in place and you really create a good offer, you're going to be working the same amount of hours as you did before with your low ticket offer and making probably 10 times as much money, which when it happens, it's pretty trippy, but it is truly amazing, to be honest. Benefit number 3 is that you can actually offer a lot better service usually than if you were to charge low ticket prices, because you don't have to split your focus between so many different clients. So you can, make the same amount of money with 3 high ticket clients that you would make with 10 or 15 low ticket ones. And you only need to split your focus between 3 people instead of 15, right? So that's just naturally going to give you a lot more time to work on those projects and to get them really right, because you're not going to be worrying about, okay, how much time am I spending on this little change? Like, it's not even worth it to me at this point. And yeah, I know that previously I said that you can work the same amount of time as you would on the low ticket ones, but at the same time, like, obviously you want to deliver an incredible result to the client if they are paying you a high ticket price. So even if you have to go that little extra mile, you won't really mind it because you know that you are paid very well for it. And benefit number 4 is that you can scale your business a lot faster and easier with high ticket offers instead of low ticket ones, simply because it just makes everything a lot more simple, right? If you want to make, let's say, $6,000 with your creative business, if you are selling a high ticket offer for, let's say, $2,000, you only need to sell 3 of those every single month. Whereas if you were to sell a $500 one, you would need to sell 12 of those. So you can see how much simpler it would be to get just 3 clients who are willing to pay a little bit more instead of having to find 12 new clients every single month. What I'm saying is that there isn't that much of a discrepancy between how hard it is to actually find those high ticket clients as there is in the pricing, okay? It's not much harder. In fact, I think it's actually easier to find just 3 clients who are willing to pay that premium price for a premium experience than it is to find 12 of those people who just want, kind of like an average product. So to sum it up, these are like the main benefits of selling high ticket instead of low ticket, in my opinion. Easier to scale because you need less clients to work with to get to the same amount of revenue that you would need to work with a low ticket offer. You can offer a better customer service and customer experience because you can allocate more time and focus to each and every single client. It's usually not even much more work, if anything, to deliver a high ticket service. It's more about how you package it and how good your salesmanship is, and how well you can really create your messaging and communicate the value of the certain creative work that you are doing. And you will be also working with a lot better businesses and clients. They are going to be easier to deal with and just overall a more pleasant experience to work with. But now you might be wondering, well, what are the cons of selling high ticket instead of low ticket? Well, there are 2 things that I could come up with, because personally I have had an overall really positive experience with charging high ticket prices. One of the cons is that there is more responsibility. Of course, you are charging higher prices, so the expectations are going to be higher as well, usually. So you need to make sure that you get the job done right on the first time, and you are not, screwing around and not delivering things on deadlines and all that. You need to be professional, and you need to provide a stellar service. And also another one could be that you are not comfortable with charging high ticket prices. And that is one of the biggest mindset issues and mindset limitations that most creatives have, in my opinion. I had this when I got started. So I started freelancing at first online when I was just 16 years old. And I was making anywhere from $10 to $15 an hour editing Instagram videos for clients. And as I got more and more into the world of business and learned more about sales and how offers work, how systems work, and how you can build an actual business, I was actually working with a business mentor of mine, and he told me you need to double your prices. And I first thought like, oh, that's insane. Like, nobody's going to pay me, $30 an hour instead of 15 for this work. I'm just a 16-year-old kid. But on the next call that I had with a potential client, I said the double price. I was expecting not to, get the client, but the client was like, okay, let's do it. And then I was like, wow, this is crazy. And then my mentor told me again, now do that again, double your price again. And then I went from, 30 to 60 bucks an hour. I was like, no way this is gonna work. And then the client said yes to it. And then obviously not every single client that I have ever had a call with, or every potential client said yes, but basically you're going to make way more money by charging higher and higher prices than what you are losing by people who say no to you because of your price. So basically, the clients who say yes to the high price will highly outweigh the amount of money that you lose by not getting those clients who would only work with you if you charge the lower price. So what is my goal with this video? Well, I just wanted to talk to all those creatives and freelancers out there who are trying to build a business from their passion, and kind of just encourage you guys to charge what you are actually worth and try to get over your mindset issues with thinking that you are not worth it to charge that much money for your work, because if you've been doing this for a while and you are capable of creating good quality content, then trust me, you are worth a lot more than what you think. So you might be wondering, well, okay, but how am I actually going to go about finding, high ticket clients, and how do I actually close them? How do I deliver the service? Well, there's a lot to talk about in this topic, and I'm going to keep putting out free, valuable content on my YouTube channel, helping you guys with this. But if you're looking for more of like a personal help, where I actually coach you one-on-one on calls, then you can go and book a call with me in the description below to apply for my paid program, where I actually help creatives just like you to scale up their business and sell their work for more, get more clients, and really just create the systems and processes around their business, maybe even a team, so that they can scale to an income that they are happy with. Again, if you're interested in that, go ahead and book a call in the description below. And if you're just here for the free content on YouTube, that's completely fine as well. And I really appreciate each and every single one of you guys watching. And I hope to see you in the next one. Until then, peace.